What's up with the what's ups, everybody? It's day 2 of Just Kickers. It's about 5:30. We're getting packed up and ready to get up out of here. It's a little night time. Little night prowling. But James is out here. He's set up. Him and his boy Luke, they got their bikes all strapped up. We just don't got enough hands to drive all these trailers and trucks for us to ride. So we're ready to head out, and get gone. We got James, Luke, and Dan out here.
Morning.
We got Chevalicious and Black Sunshine ready to ride out. But until we get some daylight, we'll catch you on the flip side. What's up with the what's ups, everyone? Today on this episode of Mayhem and Motorcycles, we're back here at the Yellow Rose Canyon for Just Kickers. We're about the first ones here. Dan the man back out here getting us fed. We can get the fire going. Mike new on the channel. And we're gonna get it going, see if we can't get Chevalicious on a cold start. My battery freaking got drained overnight, so I'm trying to get some juice so we can get it going.
Probably the first month we was married, I hung my finger up. I used to run drag line, gravel pit. I was climbing off and hung it on the handrail. Got the finger, took it off, and I wore it on my key ring for years. Just put it on my liquid in up there. Yeah, this is small. I don't know where it's there. I don't know where it's at.
How are you and Susan together?
How the fuck did you get that smacked in the 10 seconds?
Yeah, I tried one day. Some of them stink. Yeah, you flip it over.
Do it again.
Kept smelling something. I put a different stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? Come back, I took that thing off, and it's turning yellow and shit around there. I'm like, what the fuck? God damn, them motherfuckers stink. I ain't wearing them no more.
What was that?
Them silicone wedding bands.
Oh, I bet it's kind of like an earring.
He said he only wore his wedding band for like a month and then he got it snagged.
Yeah, I was climbing off drag line one day and hung it on like a bolt where all the handrail was put together on the machine. And I'm like, fuck that shit. I took it off right then and put it in my, I thought my fingers even gonna swell up, so I took it off, put it on my key ring, and I wore it on my key ring for years. I don't even know where the hell it's at now, but it might fit my pinky. Hell, it was, she was 21, I was 22 when we got married.
Yeah, this is like, we gonna do about 40 ring. I ain't got a knuckle to hold that motherfucker on. I guess we're shit out of luck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happened?
That is not what you said. You said a tattoo. You did not say, oh, we're shit out of luck.
We're shit out of luck.
Hey, so what happened?
Oh, I never told you about that? So, that's my lesson on karma right there. So, I stole the sprocket from Tractor Supply that cut my fingers off about 2 hours after the fact.
Oh shoot.
I built this little chopper, and it was the chopper I built before the CB 350 I showed you earlier. Steve helped me build the frame and some other fucking bullshit with it. We just got this wild hair. I asked for a welder and tools for Christmas. And I'll be damned, Mom got me a welder, and Nanny got me an angle grinder, and then I got Home Depot and fucking Lowe's gift cards. And we went apeshit. Built a fucking badass chopper frame. And then I took the shaft drive Suzuki engine, put in there, and we took the fucking shaft drive gearbox off, welded up a sprocket, made that work. And this thing had reverse, fucked around with it like that for a while. Blew that motor up, and ended up doing some horse trading. Ended up with a 250 Rebel twin cylinder engine. I'm like, fucking twin cylinder again. I'll put that on there, and we'll be good to go. Or twin cylinder. The 230 shaft drive was a single cylinder. So I put this fucking thing on there, and I had everything done, and I needed a sprocket. So I go to Tractor Supply, and they had a sprocket for like $24.99. I had like $10 in my pocket. So I just like grabbed the sprocket. Nobody was on that aisle, slid that sprocket in my back pocket. Walked out, went home, fucking welded that shit up. And I left there, went to my buddy Rex's house. Steve was over there. And I hung out there for a little bit, was talking. I said something smart ass when I was leaving. I was like, OCC ain't got shit on this, you know. I did a big old fucking rip and burn out of the shop. And I tear ass, and it's where Bucky's is now in Melissa. So I'm on the service road, cross over 75, and I get, as soon as I cross over 75, it went from like, you know, concrete bridge to gravel. And I hit the gravel and the headlight goes out. So I'm tooling down through there, and it's dark, and I'm running like, I don't know, third gear, maybe fucking 30 miles an hour. And I grabbed my little toggle switch, and it was a shitty toggle switch with like, it was pre-wired, you know, fucking 10 feet on either side. So I get to the switch under my seat, and I'm fucking following that wire. And I'm trying to get to the battery, and I'm thinking just a little jiggle will make my headlight come back on. And I'm tracing the wire, and all of a sudden I get a little tug, and I was like, uh-oh. And I thought I got like maybe nipped a fingernail or some shit. And I made it all the way to the end of that street, and my headlight come back on. Well, I went for the clutch, and like clutch wasn't acting right, and I was like, I love the look of levers on drag bars pointed like almost at the ground. It looks, I don't know why, I think it looks cool. And so the clutch was kind of acting funky. I ended up stalled out at this fucking light, or at stop sign. The headlight come back on, and I stuck my hand out there, and it was like perfectly leveled off. Yeah. And there's a little shard of bone off like the middle finger, and I was like, I just kind of sat there. I squeezed my hand a few times, and I was like, no way. There's no fucking way this really just happened. Right. Stuck him back out there, and I'm looking, and I get real fucking queasy. I'm like, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna see if I can find it. So I get my bike started. It was electric start only. So I had like a 10mm wrench on my keychain. So I get my keys unhooked, reach down there, fire the bike up, hook my keys back, and you know, just second nature, pulling the clutch, and I stall it because I wasn't pulling in the clutch. I just kind of raked my fucking severed fingers over the top of the lever, and I stalled it out, fired it back up again, and I went under the bar this time, pulled in the clutch like that, and I took off, and I got back down there at the end of the street, and man, I was fucking covered in grease from head to toe. It looked like a piece of dog shit laying in the middle of the road. And I pulled over, and like I picked up my finger, and I threw it in my palm, and I'm kind of looking at it, the moonlight, kind of beaming it with my phone. And then I squeezed it. And when I squeezed it, that was the biggest mistake, because man, I almost puked all over myself. I'm squeezing like my middle finger, just laying in my palm, and I'm like, oh, dear God. So I pulled out my phone, I called 911, I immediately hung up. So I dialed it, it rang like once, and I hung up. I'm like, they're gonna tow my bike. I'm like, that ain't happening.
Oh, because you're only like 15.
Yeah, I was 15 years old. So I got my middle finger in my fucking hand.
911 on the
other
hand.
Yeah, no, I ended that shit. I was like, nope, we ain't gonna call him. We're gonna go back to Rex's. I'm like, you know, a mile from Rex's house. So I tried to take off, like holding my middle finger over here and trying to work the clutch, and that just wasn't working. So I ended up setting my finger on the edge of the road. And that was the only one I'd seen. So I've set it by the edge of the road, and then I hopped on the bike, and I went back to my buddy's house. Comes kidding up in the garage. I need help looking for my fingers. You know, they kind of laugh. I'm like, I ain't fucking around.
He throws those hands. I need help finding my fingers.
I ain't fucking around. And like, my buddy Rex, he was just like, holy shit. He kind of looked at me and fucking made a beeline into the house. And my buddy Shane immediately started crying. Well, Rex didn't make a beeline, so Shane started crying. And Rex was like, what the fuck are you crying for, man? You ain't cut your fingers off. And then Rex hauls into the house. And he fucking like comes through the door fucking foot first. Nate cut his fucking fingers off. He's panicking, and like his grandpa's like, no, he didn't. And I come walking through there, I'm like, he's not lying. And I'm still trying to process this shit, like, what the fuck is going on here? Because I know this didn't really happen. And I was calm as could be the whole fucking time. Like, it's just barely trickling blood. And I'm not believing what I'm seeing here. And ended up, they called 911, and 911 dispatch said, just go back to the scene of the fucking accident. So we go back over there. They found one of my fingers, like, was laying on top of the engine. You know, one was on the side of the road where I left it, another was like laying there. Yeah, so they found them all. Fucking,
oh yeah, the fucking cop found his pinky, tip of his fucking pinky, grabbed it and fucking threw it in the pasture. They didn't even know if it's fucking so on.
That's scraps.
He just fucking throws it.
Yeah, Steve stayed in the hospital with me the whole fucking time, man. I got a picture on Facebook somewhere of Steve holding one of my fucking cut off fingers, dude. He took a picture of that
I
shit.
bet I could find it somewhere on my phone.
I'm gonna dig it
I'm
up.
gonna start digging, yeah.
Jump and Run, Part 2. What's going on there, world?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's man. cold.
I don't know who needed gas or what, and I really don't know where the syrup festival is. So.
Know where we're going? Syrup Festival? Might be, huh?
That'd be awesome.
Look it up. It's gotta be down here. Look, it's gotta be there to have a big ass sign.
There was a sign right there where all the flags are. That says syrup festival.
Hey, what's that ball called?
Syrup festival?
The syrup festival, yeah.
Like sipping on the syrup?
Yep,
I don't know what kind of syrup.
Before we go back to the house,
It's a
I'm gonna find a hardware store.
Hardware store?
I don't need one, but I figure before we go
right
past
there.
that, I'm gonna bust off and do my own thing.
What's it called? H what?
H4. H4 headlamp bulb.
Dude, look what you're doing.
Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah. Walk up, check out the cars.
Yeah,
See, you can go down the lake.
I'm gonna do